A carnival, rooted to a European pagan tradition, is a food festival where people eat abundantly before the 40 days of Lent. Carnaval do Rio de Janeiro, an annual Brazilian festival held before Ash Wednesday. It marks the beginning of Lent, the 40-day period before Easter. Hi guys, to start off this look, I'm priming my face with a Shine Killer primer because I need my makeup to last through the dancing. Mixing shades 10 and 14 of the Total Cover Drop foundations, I'm buffing that into my skin. To highlight, I'm going to use the Mineral Stick foundation and I'm going to take it down to my neck and décolleté. Once I'm done setting my face with a finishing powder, I'm going to use a white pencil to draw a mask on my eyes. I wanted my eyes to look like a beautiful masquerade which represents most of the dancers during the show. I used the 4-wide liner to trace out the bird shape on my eye and priming my eyelids with the HD primer. Using the Pro palette and the burgundy shade from it, I defined my crease as a soft wing with a fluffy brush. Then, using the Perfect Filter palette in Olive View, I defined the crease even more. Using some hot pink from the Ombre blush, I feather in the color from my crease to my brow bone. Then, using a bright pop of orange, I place it in between my pink and my crease. This creates a beautiful amalgamation of color. Using the same concealer, I'm going to be carving a wing on my lash line, and then I'm going to use silver and gold glitter in filling the upper and lower lash line. Then I drew a double wing using a gold liquid liner above that, making sure I have perfect symmetry. Using the Aqua Glam Luxe Liner by NYX Cosmetics, I'm going to use various shades to define under the wing. Using the pink blush, I'm going to shade below my wing and then deepen it up with a purple. And then, to further define it, I'm going to line it with the Vivid Bright liner in purple so that it would create more definition and depth. I'm going to use the micro brow pencil to shape and define my brows and give it a stronger arch. Once that's done, I'm going to create a colorful wavy swirl that gives a beautiful texture using the liquid suede lipsticks. This represents the vibrancy of the festival. For that, I'm going to use various shades such as pink, blue, and purple to bring out vibrancy of the look. To define them even more, I'm going to use the Vivid Brights liner and highlight different parts and shade with a flat shading brush. Using liquid lipsticks for this makes this ideal because they do not budge all night long. Once I'm done using an array of purple, blue and pink, I'm going to start mixing green, gold and orange to see what shade I can get on the other side of my face. It's one thing to draw lines, but definition comes once you place more stress on shading and defining and enhancing various lines and crevices. For blush, I mixed in orange and a hot pink from the ombre range, and I used it to define my cheekbones as well as pulling the same shade down to my neck and my décolletage for further enhancement of the look. I'm also going to continue those swirly patterns using liquid lipstick on my temples. And now once that's done, I'm going to fill in the gap with my full throttle shadow stick with a vibrant blue and bring it down to my nose to pull the look together. Next up, I'm going to be moving to my décolleté, and for that I'm going to be using the jumbo pencils in various shades as well as the liquid suede lipsticks. I'm using a splash of color to represent the carnival's view from above and a beautiful array of celebration, vibrancy and happiness. I decided to embellish it with ornaments that represent the carnival. So I've used a flower that's used to represent what everyone uses to dress up. I'm drawing patterns that I saw during the carnival during my research and then ombreing it with a lighter shade on my arm and continuing the same pattern on both my arms with different colors. To glamorize my arm, I'm going to place some loose glitter in between each crevice and further embellish it with stones. Next up, I'm going to be covering my skin with various shades to bring in some vibrancy for the look. This basically creates a good base for what I'm going to create on top. A carnival is not complete without some music, so I'm going to layer on some color below before I layer the symbol of music, a symbol that brings people together to join harmoniously and celebrate before Ash Wednesday. To further enhance details, I've used the white liquid liner and the Aqua Glam Luxe liner in black to highlight and contour different areas. Now for the lippies, I've used the soft matte lip cream in Paris all over my lips. So I felt my jawline looked a little empty, so I used my slide-on glide-on pencil to create various designs and then shaded it with some blue liquid liner and gold liner. How can we forget beautiful jewelry, glitter and studs for a carnival? During my research, I found that all the faces were embellished with beautiful stones as well as glitter. So to wrap up the face, I decked it all up with some purple, gold and clear stones. To make it budge proof, make sure you use a good pair of tweezers as well as lash glue to stick it onto you so that it will not move the night away. I wanted to add a little glamour to my lips, so I placed some beautiful studs in a beautiful pattern all over the lip. To wrap up this look, I used the NYX Wicked Lashes in number 4. Now for my legs, I'm going to be using the ombre blush in orange and shade my entire leg. And using the liquid lipsticks, I'm drawing some festive patterns on my leg and then embellishing it with lots and lots of rhinestones. Well, now that's done, let's go and see how I got my entire look. So I used a huge piece of cardboard and cut out 3 different pieces, 2 for my arms and 1 for my back. I did not want to use feathers, so I used crepe paper and stuck it on a piece of stick and created my feathers. So just to embellish my cardboard pieces, I used a lot of rhinestones, studs, diamonds, whatever you can find in a craft store. For my back piece, I stuck all my crepe feathers together, and for my headpiece, I used a small fan and I stuck in my synthetic feathers using a hot glue gun. And finally, for my backdrop, which I spent ages doing, you can just see what I'm doing. And this wraps up my entry for the final round. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Please don't forget to vote for me so that I can win the Face Awards. I'll leave the link in my description box. You can vote for me with up to 3 times per day with one email ID. Thank you so much for your love and support. Until next time.